Welcome to a new episode of the Car Dealership Podcast, where this time we talk about websites and what makes a good website, what can we learn, what to do with pictures, what to do with call to actions. In the podcast, we've got Ysai Laumen, one of the founders of Morgen Internet, or that's Dutch in English, Tomorrow Internet. So let's head straight into this episode and learn more from Ysai. Hi Ysai, welcome to the Car Dealership Podcast.
Hi Maarten, pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, great that you are here. So for those who are listening and might not know you yet, can you tell a bit about yourself and your background?
Yes, I can. My name is Ysai Laumen. I'm 36 years old, live with 3 kids and my wife in Oosterhout, the Netherlands. I founded and started Morgen Internet in 2016, together with my partner Bob. And initially, the idea was to make websites for the car industry, but only for 6 months. And then after 6 months, we would proceed to the next industry. But now, 9 years later, we're still in the car industry. And what we basically do is we build websites for independent car dealers for a fixed monthly fee, and in return we build a website, we maintain it, we renew it after a couple of years, for a fixed fee. So that's pretty much what we do. And in 2024. We started the lease intermediary. So we do both business and private finances for cars. So that was for us a strategic choice to add to our portfolio.
Yeah. Okay. So if you look at your model, so people don't buy a website; they can just pay a monthly fee. They rent it actually.
Yeah, they basically rent it. That's it. Yeah. So they do not have an upfront investment or whatsoever. So it's just the monthly fee. We have two models or 2 choices, which is a custom website or let's say a standardized website. Standardized doesn't mean that it all looks the same, but there is no customization possible. So yeah, that's basically it. So, and if they wanna end the collaboration, they are free to do it. There's no penalty or whatsoever. There is a minimum term of 12 months, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah. So after the 12 months, you're free to stop at any time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do not want you
But
to.
Probably they're so satisfied that they don't want to stop, I presume.
Yes, most of them are. Yeah, so that's good.
Yeah, good to hear. But if you look at dealerships' websites, so you focus more on the Netherlands and Belgium, right? Or
Yeah,
are there
correct.
also other markets where you are active?
Netherlands and Belgium, especially the Netherlands. I think 98% of our customers is in the Netherlands and 2% is in Belgium. We have approximately 600 car dealerships right now. But as you mentioned, we do not focus on the official car dealers, but we focus
the franchise dealers.
Yeah, exactly. But we focus on the independent local dealerships. Yeah.
What is the difference between a website for an independent and a franchise dealer?
Wow, I think we can have a whole podcast about it. But there, well, first of all, it's apart from the product, it's the whole collaboration between franchise and us, or a car dealer and us, because most of the times a franchise has a marketing team. So they are much more. They have much more knowledge. They are much more involved in the entire process. And the car dealerships, most of our customers are either just by themselves or they have a couple of employees. they do not have time, they do not have the knowledge to make the website themselves or to be heavily involved in it. So they basically say, "This is I just want a nice website, and please fix it for me and show to me what you have. But for the rest, I just want to sell cars, so don't ask me too much." And I think it's one of the biggest differences in terms of collaboration and in terms of the product. I think the car dealerships, they sell secondhand cars, of course, occasions, and franchise, they also sell new cars. And most of the times, the websites of the franchise are much more extensive, have many more pages, especially for the new cars and new models. There are many more changes on the website, and that is different for our type of customer.
So you focus more on the used car stock that independent retailer has. And but if you look at websites across the Netherlands and Belgium, what in your opinion is going well in the market and what is not going well?
What is going well is that an increasing amount of car dealerships choose for more internet, so that goes well.
Yeah, oh, that's good.
What I see is that I do see that in the past 5 years, much have already improved in terms of websites, which is a good thing, and that is also because, and now I'm talking about the Netherlands, there are similar companies to Morgen Internet, and I think that's good because that's the competition often leads to innovation. But on the Belgian market, it's different. I think there are not so many companies like Morgen Internet. So I do think what we experienced a couple of years ago here in the Netherlands, which is there are many used car dealerships that have a beautiful showroom, a beautiful company, but online it's kind of different. You wouldn't expect such a nice company. Which is also one of the reasons why we started Morgen Internet. That is something that I see now in Belgium as well. So it's also something that on the one hand, I do not like it because there are many opportunities for the car dealership. On the other hand, it's good because it creates for us opportunities to take.
So it is in fact, actually, I was in the UK this week and I was talking to somebody and he says, you should realize that I have 2 companies to run, or that a dealer has 2 companies to run. One is his physical dealership and one is his online dealership. And actually the online dealership is more important to get people into your physical dealership. Yeah. So you believe that many people have a great physical showroom, but that doesn't represent itself online. They don't have the similar experience online. And that's actually a missed opportunity.
That is exactly what I mean, and that is also there's also a big change that has been going on for the past couple of years. Car dealerships underestimate the amount of time people spend online before they actually go to the physical store, and I think that is one of the biggest changes that has been going on. Couple of years ago, it was only the young generation, but right now, nearly everybody is comparing different car dealerships online, different cars online, and yeah, I think that is one of the most interesting and one of the most important things to understand.
But how can you then stand out? What should you do as a dealer online to stand out and to be different?
Well, a couple of things. First of all, how can you represent your physical store in the best way? And one of the things is having professional photos of your company, of your people, to generate trust. And the second thing is actually understanding the need of the consumer and translating it online on your website, which means, for example, do you offer trade-in, online trade-in possibilities? Do you offer finance possibilities? What are ways for the consumer to get in touch with you? For example, WhatsApp is often used not just for sending a regular text message, but also for trading, for example. So you can connect WhatsApp to trading. These kind of things can set you apart from other car dealerships.
And you then, as Morgan Internet, you deliver modules for that? So do you have then a WhatsApp module and a trade-in module and finance module, or how should I see it?
Yeah, that is something that we advise our customers on in the beginning. And most of the things we build ourselves, but we also do things in collaboration with partners. So products that we do not own ourselves, but we do think that it is an added value to our customer base. We co-generate actually.
Yeah, exactly. Can you give me an example of that?
For example, the trade-in module. You can have a simple web form. You can have WhatsApp, but we also have a collaboration with Autotelex. And Autotelex, they allow a user to only fill in their license plate number, and based on it generates all the car details, which gives many steps for a user on the website, because they do not have to fill in the brand, the mark anymore, the model anymore. It shows a complete list of all the accessories of the car. So I think that is a big advantage. Yeah.
And if you look at websites in other markets, like other retail sectors, are there things that you are seeing that you would like to do as well?
Well, yes, I do think that buying a car online, or at least trying to move the customer journey more towards online, is something that I find very interesting, even though I do not believe that that is the way to go. It will always be a combination of both, so both physical and online. And what I also really like, and that is something that you, of course, introduced to the car industry, but it's also the how do you call it? The conversational AI. And I think that is something that I find very interesting, to take part of what happens in the showroom, take it to online. And that is a very interesting thing that has been going on now.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's very interesting to follow, and I'm also curious to see what happens and also what others will do. So very interesting space. Because of course, I think also you talked about websites in the past, that too many dealers treat them as a brochure.
Yeah, true.
And that's a mistake.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I think we can learn a lot from e-commerce. E-commerce, for example, they do a lot about retargeting. They do a lot about, and what I mean with retargeting is, you have visited the website, you left your email address on the website, and then afterwards you get emails, either with offers, either with tips. That is something that barely happens in the car industry, but it is something that can work very well, sending your new stock to your customers on a regular basis without having to build this entire email template every time. So you can do it fully automated. It can lead to repeat purchases faster than you would initially have in mind. And I think that is something that we can learn from the e-commerce. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you look at mobile versus desktop, because I think the majority of website visitors are mobile visitors. Is that right?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
And how do you make sure that the mobile experience is great?
For our customers, approximately 60 to 65% is mobile, which is a lot. And what I think, even though people spend much more time on their mobile device as they did a couple of years ago, there are a few big differences between desktop and mobile, and the most important one is that things must be within reach of your thumb, to put it that way. As opposed to the desktop version, in mobile version, you must be able to ring the car dealership or to WhatsApp or to email them wherever you are on the website without having to search for it. And I think these things are so the speed in which things take place on a mobile device. I think that's the most important thing. Apart from having a responsive website, of course, but that is something that speaks for itself. So having very clear buttons within reach of your thumb without having to search for pages or whatsoever, I think that's one of the most important things.
But if you look at like your specialism is used car websites, used car retailers. Mobile is of course responsive. That's one, but yeah, there's responsive and there's responsive. Some are responsive, but it's really terrible. And but if you look at your type of customers, the majority of pages that people will look at are cars.
Yeah.
What are then the best converting call to actions that you can place on a car detail page to get as much leads as possible? What are the best ways to do that?
Well, there are the best ways are to keep it simple, which means do not add 4, 5, 6 buttons on a car detail page. There are 3 that I would highly recommend using. First one is to either plan an appointment or maybe a test drive. It can be one button. First one. Second one is trade-in, because one of the most of the time the second question a consumer asks is, can I trade in my own car to this one? So a trade-in button, very important. It can be connected to WhatsApp, as I mentioned. And the third one is a finance button to finance the car, which leads to a calculator that allows a visitor to request a loan right away online. I think 3 are the most important ones to have.
Okay. And if you look at then leads that it generates, do you have any ideas about lead management, or is it that the leads are generated, they are sent to the dealer, and then you lose track, or do you have a good view of what is happening with them and what the conversion is towards a deal?
No, we do not. So what we do is we generate the lead and that's it. And after that, it's the responsibility of the car dealership to take care of it. So I do not have any numbers about the conversion between generation and an actual sale.
Is it something that you would be interested in looking into, and for example, helping with lead follow-up?
Yeah, definitely, because I think that there is also there's still a lot to improve, especially in small car dealerships we work with. They have many lead channels. They have WhatsApp, phone, email, but also different portals they advertise on. And sometimes in conversations that I have with my customers, they already tell me that, for example, in WhatsApp, they have a conversation, but then a new one starts, a new one starts, a new one starts. And, the one they started a few days ago, they forget about it. So that was also part of lead generation. I think, they don't want to know how many actual sales they miss because of this. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that there's a difference between franchise dealers and independent dealers. Is that franchise dealers very often they all have a lead management system. All the leads are in there. They follow up on each and every one. Is it each time in the right way? Yeah, no. but at least they can follow it. And I see with a lot of independents, they say, "Oh, I do it myself, and I like WhatsApping, and I like doing that on the couch in the evening." But in the end, you also lose track on things. So that's also.
Yeah.
But looking at the call to actions, okay. So call to actions is one. I think good quality pictures is also something you can do. And there's been a lot of developments in terms of pictures, also with AI and background replacements and things like that. What is your advice for dealers who are listening? What do they need to do with their pictures to get an optimal result?
Well, first of all, my advice is you do not need an expensive camera or whatsoever, but make sure that your cars are positioned in the exact same way for the very first image, because that creates it looks professional. And the second thing is that the first 5 to 6 photos of your car should be should have follow the same order for every single car. So, for example, you first have the front side and the back side and the sides, then an interior photo. That is very important. But first and foremost, the quality of the image, and especially also the background. Keep the background clean so that the focus really lies on the car. And what you can even do, if you want to take it to another level, is there are also these possibilities for a 360 spin that can spin around the car, that can even create touch points that you can click on to get details on specific accessories, or you can even have video of the car. But yeah, these are the most important things. Yeah.
Yeah, what I saw a few years ago is that 360 degrees spins was very popular, and now I see them less. Yeah. What I see as a new development is that you saw these background replacements, but now actually you see that AI is adjusting pictures. Like you have a picture of a car, one picture, and when it's autumn, you'll have AI adjusting that picture. So you see some leaves. When it's winter, you'll see some snow. When it's summer, you'll see really that it's nice weather. Do you believe that's a good idea, or do you think that like a fake background, that it's always consistent and the same is better, or how do you look at that?
Yeah, I do not really believe in these kind of things. What I said before, I think it is very important that on the picture, the focus really lies on the cars, on the car itself, which means that the background shouldn't show too many things, because also creating this fall background or winter background, it can also distract the focus, from the car. And what I strongly believe in is that it's all about the car. So keep the background as clean as possible. And that's it. And that doesn't necessarily means that you need AI. Just keep it clean. Yeah.
Hey, before we hop back into this conversation with Martin, imagine an AI communication layer seamlessly connected to your dealership systems. One intelligent platform that gives both your customers and your team instant access to the right information at the right time. Well, that's Nova Co., short for the Nova Company. At its heart is Nova, the AI model behind it all, inspired by the Nova Star. Bright when needed, invisible when not, just like a good assistant. On your website, Nova appears as the orb, a glowing, breathing chat bubble that invites customers to ask anything, anytime. But Nova is more than a website assistant. You see, with Nova Companion, she supports your team internally, answering questions using brochures, price lists, stock data, and more. Just instant answers for your team, saving them time and helping them focus on the customer. And with Nova Messaging, she connects with customers on WhatsApp and other channels, managing service updates, follow-ups, and appointment reminders, all in one professional flow. It's pretty cool. And yes, Nova Voice is coming soon, bringing the same intelligence to your phone system and completing the omni-channel experience. You see, customer communication is evolving, but with Novaco, you're not just adapting, you're setting the pace. Find out more at novaco.ai, that's novaco.ai, and experience what's next. All right, let's get back to Martin.
Yeah, but you see, many people were investing in like photo studios, which take up a lot of a lot of space.
Yeah.
It's really expensive. I think in the beginning it was like 100,000 euro for a photo studio, but nowadays it's a lot cheaper, and you have a similar effect.
True.
And do you really need it?
Yeah, I think those who built their own photo studio also mainly did it because of the light, because light is one of the biggest issues that car dealerships deal with. Should they photograph their car outside? Oh no, now the weather is bad. Let's take it inside. But inside, the light is not strong enough, so it doesn't reflect the color of the car in a proper way. So these were challenges, and those who could afford it, they built their own photo booth. But I do not think it's necessary. No.
Yeah, what I personally have with car pictures, I don't know about you, but for me, the exterior of the car, of course, you like a car or not. But what I think is really important is the interior of a car. That's what you see when you're in the car. It's so, for me, that's so important and I like a beige or cognac leather instead of black. The majority of the cars are black interiors. I like it more warm and that it's like cozy inside. So many websites, you then don't really see it through the mirror, through the windows, what the interior looks like. So you need to click until you come to the first picture of the interior. Sometimes it's like 10 pictures away. You see in exterior, next exterior, next exterior. They think, come on, how many pictures do you need from the exterior? I've seen enough. I just want to see the interior.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And that's why I also mentioned that the first, let's say 5 to 6 photos should have a high level of diversity. So both exterior and interior, because it's very frustrating. Yeah, because I know many car dealerships who have, for example, what you mentioned, the first 5 to 6 images are nearly the same. They're only from a slightly different angle, which only takes up time for the consumer. And what you shouldn't forget, and I think that's what most car dealerships underestimate, is most traffic is. Speaking about my customers, most traffic is generated through portals, like Autoscout, Track, etc., etc. People have no idea about your company. The only thing they see is a big list of cars, all from different car dealerships. And one of the decisive factors to only click on the car is the photo that they see. And you don't have to have the car with the best options or accessories. People do not know it yet. But if your photo is better, people will be more likely to click on it. And I think that is something you should really keep in mind. Starting
absolutely.
To actually click on or to click on a car. Yeah.
Something that I would like to see when it comes down to used cars, if you order a new one and you configure a new car, you'll see the picture of the car, and in the right bottom or left bottom corner, there will be like a link to interior. Poof, you see the interior, and you can switch back to exterior. That would be cool with used cars. You have a car, and you just click on poof, interior. How does it look like? And and you can then perhaps turn it around. Is it big enough for the kids? What about the boot size? Is it big enough for my luggage? It's important, and make it easy for people just to click, and even damages, perhaps. I want to see the damages of the car. But and hopefully they are damage free. But a used car, it could have a scratch. But that could be an idea. But anyhow, you also mentioned in the beginning of the episode about the subscription model. So you don't sell websites. You people pay per month, minimum 12 months, and then they can stop. But I think an advantage of paying per month is that you, of course, don't have the upfront cost. But paying a website immediately also has a disadvantage. that at a certain moment it's outdated. You need to continue working, and you might need to build a new one because then it's really outdated. And I think with your model that you always have the latest technology. So that's one of the advantages of doing this. But what does it look like? What does a dealer or a used car dealer feel when they are a customer? Do they get constant updates? Are they informed about what you do? How does it look like?
Yeah, good question. It's there are a couple of things. We basically have 3 promises that we make, which is a top website that you're always up to date because of our maintenance team, and that we periodically introduce improvements or innovations. So what we do is our help desk team, so our maintenance team, they go through a checklist of points for every website on a monthly basis, and we will inform our customers with a report. This is what we've done for you in the past month. So customers can see, okay, this is fine, and this is fine, and this needs improvement because not all is fine. This needs improvement, so we're going to work on it the next month. That is for the maintenance team. Then we also have the relations department, which focuses on the improvements and the innovations. And what they do is we do 4 webinars every year, free webinars with experts, in which we bring in the latest things, either latest technologies, latest systems. And our goal for these webinars is that at the end of the webinar, they have something practically that they can implement into their company that fits them tomorrow. Then we also do one-on-ones. So every year we have one-on-one with every single customer, which this meeting has an open agenda. So we take the website. We have prepared a couple of points that we found that need improvement for the website. And I think that's one of the most important things. We have a separate department, which is called Lab. And in our lab, L-A-B, we develop small add-ons to the website, small products that improve website performance, that improve the conversion, that can generate more visitors. And all these small products, they are either for free or we ask for a small contribution of the customer. We're going to discuss during such a meeting. So we have, for example, 4 or 5 new products. This one might be interesting for you. This one might be interesting for you. And then after a couple of years, so we have these yearly meetings, and after a couple of years, we completely renew the website. So what they had will be replaced with a complete new website. And the only thing we ask from our customer is to do a professional photo shoot, because, as I mentioned, this is one of the most important things. And they are fully up to date anyway. Again.
Nice. But those webinars, if people want to follow them, are they on your website, or should they follow that on LinkedIn, or where is it?
No, it's because it's only for our own customers. So we only invite our own customers to the webinar. So we send them personalized emails to be there. So it's not for non-customers. So that's also one of the benefits of working with us.
And to have a website, do you need many system integrations, or is it mainly you've got the inventory and perhaps a lead management system and that's it? Or do you need more?
For the used car dealerships, it's inventory management system. It's a lease calculator. But that is pretty much it. Sometimes they have a workshop planner, which is, but all the other things are most of the times add-ons, like a chat or some work with the lead management system. But these 3 are the most important ones, actually, that I just mentioned, and that's it.
And in terms of chat, how do you see the role of AI, and how do you see websites changing over the next few years?
Yeah, I think one of the most interesting developments for the coming years, one of the most interesting innovations for the coming years is the conversational AI. And what I find most interesting about this is that it creates a certain consistency. As in every job, you have good and you have bad salespeople. And I do not mean nice or not nice, but what I mean is if you can actually execute your job day in, day out on a certain standard. And that starts with, for example, being able to ask the right questions to a customer. Because most of the time, a customer thinks that he or she knows which car they want to drive. But after asking the correct questions, it turns out that they need something completely different. And I think conversational AI allows a car dealership to ask these right questions in a consistent way over and over again, providing the customer with a better product and being able to reply 24/7. So you're not attached to opening hours anymore. And it's also perfectly in line with the trend that we see right now, that people, the whole customer journey before they purchase a car is online. And I think conversational AI is perfectly jumps into this. So I think that's going to be one of the most fascinating things for the coming years. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, I think that I'll tell you a funny story. So I think when I talk about conversational AI, I also explain that I actually like the role of a salesperson in general, not only car sales, but in general, because it's got a bad reputation. But on the other hand, what does a seller do? You provide solutions. So somebody has a problem, and you can see, okay, well, you can ask questions. What is your problem? And you can come with a solution. That's selling for me. And also, like what we do with our company, we also deliver solutions. If it's not a solution, I don't want to sell it. But how can you sell a solution is by asking questions. And the first thing you learn when you are selling is don't talk, ask questions, and get to know what the need is and what they're looking for and who the person is. And I think in sales, many people don't know that, or they don't do it. They just sense and they talk and they don't ask. And a funny thing that happened to me last week, my wife went to dinner with a friend. I was home alone, kids to bed. I was a bit bored. And so what did I do? I was looking at LinkedIn, and there was something that a watch brand, something about a watch brand. And it's a watch brand that stopped making watches. It's a very old watch brand. And I thought, I don't know how any of those watches look like. So let me just look on Chrono24, the website for watches, and I'll just look up such a watch. Let's see what it looks like. And the first watch I see, I fell in love. I saw the picture. I thought, wow, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I didn't want to buy a watch, not at all. But it was a bit. I just thought it was beautiful. And then I thought, I want to know more about the watch. But of course, this website doesn't really provide a lot of information. So what do? I take a picture of the watch. I just copy the picture, put it in ChatGPT, and I say, what can you tell me about this watch? Oh, Martin, that's this and this type of watch. And it was made for the 50th anniversary of that brand. And it is of that time. And blah, blah, blah. This is a beautiful piece. And I agreed, of course, because I also like the watch. And I said, but if you buy such a watch, what should I look at? Yeah, you should look at the dial, that it's not redialed, and you should look at the back. So I actually asked some more pictures from the seller, and I got them immediately, put them in ChatGPT. Oh, Martin, now we can see it. The dial shows this is perfect, and the back is that. So all the doubts that I had and the thoughts that I had were actually taken away. ChatGPT was just helping me and actually comforting me that this was a good buy. And then I said, but what is like the right pricing for such a watch? It is this and that and that. So you can guess I bought a watch. So it's totally impulsive, I know. But the thing is, and I think that's the message towards the listeners, you sometimes just have some questions and you want to talk to somebody and you want them to listen and come with the right feedback. And then suddenly when your doubts are away or when your questions are answered, you are ready to make a decision. And that's the power of this, to have this online on your website. When people have questions, let them ask the question and give the answer 24/7. And really, this agentic AI, it's really in the beginning of its capabilities. It can already do a lot. But I'm sure that we will train and train and train the agents to be specialists in automotive sales or automotive service. And you'll have these kind of conversations and you'll sell. Will you then sell online? I don't know. You have a trade-in, you need finance, you want to see the car perhaps. So it's a very expensive product that you'd like to see. But it is really interesting. But if you look in 5 years from now, how does a website look like for a car dealer?
I think it's going to be much more interactive. I think that is going to be, because I do not foresee massive changes in, for example, design-wise, but usability-wise, in terms of right now we have an online brochure, which is very static. Actually, it just shows these are the cars that I have, has these accessories, etc., etc. And in 5 years from now, it's going to be much more interactive. And I think that conversational AI is going to play a big role in this. That shifts the online brochure to actually having the idea that you are already in the showroom, in the physical car dealership, because you're getting all these questions, you're getting all these advices that helps you making the right decision. So right now, maybe 70 to 80% of the whole customer journey is online, but I think that will shift more towards 85 or 90%. I don't want to say 100% because the purchase is the amount of money people pay for a car is just too big to just lightly say, okay, give me the car and I don't have to see it. It will happen, but I think this is going to be the mainstream, 85 to 90%.
Wow. I would say let's schedule a new episode for in 5 years. We can look back and to see if your prediction was right. Yeah. So, perhaps the last question for me to you. So, if people want to get in touch and want to learn more, how can they get in touch with you?
Of course, visit our website, www.morgeninternet.nl. You can, of course, call us. +31 for the Netherlands, 013 303 0019. Or you can send us an email to advice in Dutch. I actually need to spell it.
We'll put it in the comments. We'll put it in the comments.
advice@morgeninternet.nl. So many ways to contact us.
Perfect. Well, thank you for all your insights. It was a great conversation, and all the best also to you with your endeavors in your company. And as said, in 5 years from now, we'll have definitely a new episode.
Definitely, yeah, it would be nice.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ysai. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.